paper with some dude's face on him.
Uh-oh,
Stream-
stop.
Stream.
Oh, there we
stream,
go.
yeah.
Rip
He's back.
stream.
Did it come back?
Mine's
Yeah.
still out. Hold on, let me refresh.
Refresh
Mine just went
streams.
Okay,
Yeah, mine
it's
just went
back.
out
Yeah.
then.
Hello, people. Welcome to this episode of Awooters Does D&D.
As we're all probably typing. Yes. All typing the same message.
Okay. So you hand Ham some basic spices.
Yes.
Gotcha.
I know they're basic, but I'm just trying to contribute to our food. Yeah.
Oh, I much appreciate it. Helps our meals feel a little less bland.
Yeah.
I try to keep us eating things other than rations. Rations are for a last resort.
Yeah. I also got us some more rope.
A what?
More rope. No such thing as too much rope, right?
I
Yep.
don't think so.
What?
Anyway, nothing. Nothing.
It's
It's never enough rope.
Never enough rope. No such thing as too much rope.
What is Ham doing in the tavern?
He's trying to. He doesn't know how long they're going to be in the forest, but he's looking for preserved foods that he can use to cook other foods, but that aren't like gonna go bad. So like preserved so that he can use them for later.
Right. Okay. I mean, they have much like.
Mhm.
You're
Mhm.
good.
Yes.
Okay. Much like the rest of the town, I mean, it's a lot of basic stuff. So breads, meats, things like that.
All right, we're gonna grab what meats we can. Some salted meats.
Okay.
Noms.
And
How much money
That's-
do I have? Where's my money?
it's about 3 silver piece per chunk of meat you buy.
How many do they have that they're willing to sell?
That they're willing to sell.
Yeah.
At the moment, maybe five chunks of meat.
So it's 15
Kind of a
silver
buy-
gold and a half.
Yeah, it's kind
I
of by
only have
day
gold.
how they kind of.
Depends
It's
on the
a
hunt, I imagine.
very small town.
Mm-hmm. Do you have an elf?
Probably close them down for the
Yeah,
day.
and I'll slide 2 gold onto the table because
Okay.
it's 15. If it's 3 gold, if it's 3 silver a pop for 5 of them,
Yeah.
it'd be 15 silver, so gold and a half. But I only have gold, so 2 pieces of gold.
Would you like change?
Yes, please.
Okay, and they slide you 5 silver back. Pleasure doing business with you.
Thank you. And I'll load the meat onto Nugget and start rolling on out. And I'm gonna find some rocks that I can use as sling ammo.
I mean, you relatively easily find rocks.
But that's what I'm doing for the next couple hours.
Buns will go
Hours?
back
Okay.
into the little general store. Oh, do you have ball bearings?
I'm very
Ball
picky. I'm very
bearing.
picky about my my rocks.
Little- Or marbles?
Oh, we have marbles, yes. They can sell you some marbles. That'll be about. Are you wanting like a bag of marbles?
Yes.
That's gonna be about 2 silver.
No bag of ball bearings.
No, just marbles.
This time she will take the change.
Okay, so you give her a gold. She gives you 8 silver back.
Okay.
At this point, It's like, I mean, maybe 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
And then Buttons gives the. I know they're not rocks, but here's some marbles you can use in your sling.
He takes one out and munches on a little bit. Yeah, it's hard enough. Should fly pretty straight too.
Yeah. And some of them are kind of pretty. So you should be able to find it so you can reuse them.
Some of them are, in fact, kind of pretty.
I'll have to clean the blood off of them, but sure. I'll try to hit them with enough force that they're really lodged in so we're not finding them elsewhere.
So like I said, it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. What's everybody doing?
Do we want to keep going?
I think that we're going to want to stay the night and leave early in the morning. We don't exactly have a good heading once we're in the forest.
Okay.
Okay, so a night at the tavern.
Mace would want to get to the tree line and give a scope first before heading to the tavern.
Give a perception. To perceive the tree line. 16. A 16. You're kind of looking through the forest. Every once in a while, you see the skitter of some animals. Some of them familiar, some of them not so familiar. And you kind of, for a moment, you think you see, like, maybe some fire off in the distance. But it's almost as if, like, you just see it for a moment, and then it's whatever you think you thought you saw isn't there.
As elusive as legend states, it seems. Just to himself before walking back to the tavern.
Gotcha.
For the tavern, how many could fit in one of the rooms? Or do we need to?
So the rooms are made to fit 3 medium-sized people.
We have 2 small, 3 small and 3 mediums. Glup, glup, glup.
So you could cram into 1 room, or you could get 2 rooms.
How much is it for the night?
5 silver per room.
I can take care of one of the rooms.
I'll take care of the other one.
Okay.
5 silver.
Yep,
Bros
5
room.
silver.
Bros room.
Oh no, not the bros room.
That means me and Sue will have a room to ourselves. Okay.
Not the bros room. Oh my god, my guy's freaking out. Hold on.
He's just so excited for the
There.
bros room.
Yeah.
Sir, you and I both know you don't want to go to the bros room. Okay, hold on. We're just gonna reset the camera on it. Are you done having a fit? Are you done? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being done with your fit. Okay. Yes.
Anything but the bros.
Yeah, hard pass on the bros room for the DM. You guys will get a how dare the bros have a room? Honestly, the only thing we agree on. The night passes pretty calmly. I mean, it's a comfortable room. It's not anything crazy. It's a standard room. But you all get a good night's rest. And then you wake up, and guess what? It's the morning. You did it. Good job.
Yay. Nothing
You guys-
earth-shattering happening as we wake up.
Not currently.
Wow.
I know, right? You guys have actually had a decent sleep for like
3 nights.
The first time in a
nights.
month.
3 whole nights. Yeah.
3 whole nights. Yeah, Buns wakes
We've
up
woken up 4 times and not been whipped into another dimension.
in a nice, reasonably comfortable bed, and she's just waiting for something to happen.
It's almost
for
as
me
if
to
you
bust
guys
through
have
the door.
PTSD or something. It's
Waiting
like you're
for-
worried that I could just move you wherever I want at any time.
They're in the same rooms, right? That they were when they went to sleep.
Yeah, all the boys are in the same room. They're in the boys' room.
Just waiting for Mace to bust the door down. Wake up!
Buns just kind of turns and looks over at Suo.
Not me making comments with my fucking microphone muted.
Aside from Suo having muted herself for a bit,
Everyone
she is
is
still there.
You know, this is the first time we've woken up in a bed and not had some sort of a crisis in a long
Everyone
time.
braces again.
Suo's just gonna like kind of cuddle into the bed a little bit more, like
Buns is gonna go curl up with.
just like
Suo.
5 more minutes, like you know, like snooze
yeah.
button.
Yeah. She's just gonna curl up with Suo and be like, "This is nice."
Hey, Buns, give a perception check.
God
Fuck.
damn it.
I hate you.
Oh yeah, yeah. Buns. As you
Uh-huh.
curl up to Suo, you notice something.
It's not
You wet the
Suo.
bed.
I mean,
Oh.
It's warm
Suo-
and comfy.
Something looks odd to you about Suo. Her hair is parted different.
Her hair's parted different.
I was about to be like, oh no, I was just joking. No, don't do this to me. Yeah, no.
Yeah, her hair's parted different. She
Yeah, you
woke
go
up
up to
with
cuddle
her
up
hair
against
on the
Suo.
wrong side.
I
So
was like,
Suo,
that's
you wake
because
up in
she
the
got
forest.
bedhead. Right.
Buds just kind of reaches up, fixes her hair. The way it should be. And then snuggles right back on in for another, hour.
We cut to the boys' room, where you all wake up, and everything is
Not on fire.
normal.
Not on fire.
It's exactly how you left it when you went to bed for once.
I go downstairs and ask to make breakfast in their kitchen.
They kind of give you a weird look, but they're not against it, so they just let you do it.
Mace
Cooking tools.
looks out the window, places a hand over his chest. This is nice.
Give a perception as you look out the window.
Darn.
That's cooking tools.
What?
Your dice rolling in the background.
Yes.
Mhm.
A
Do I get
17.
advantage because I'm in a kitchen?
Sure.
Cool.
17. It's a pretty nice day. It's still a little cloudy. With a 17, like way off in the distance that the merchants were talking about, you can see how the clouds kind of got a little bit darker in that direction. And you see every once in a while, it's really hard to make out, but there's a little flash of something in the clouds. But this is miles and miles and miles away from where you are.
And it's nothing we've seen before.
You didn't see it the day before.
Okay.
It was cloudy, but you didn't visibly see it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's probably, it's probably like around this area. Distance, it's far away.
Can I make out that it's like moving or anything, or just that it's there?
You can assume that since you can actually see it a little bit more, that it may have moved. It could also be that you're in a higher vantage point, technically.
Right.
But if it had moved, it hasn't moved quickly.
Okay.
Go. Go.
Oh. That must be what they were mentioning. Hey, Vlad, do you see this?
I think he's
kinda
muted.
Like, I
Oh,
kind of
sorry,
point,
I having
kind
mic
of,
issues. There
kind
we
of
go.
point to it out the window.
Having it pointed out to you, you also will see it.
Right. Yeah, Vlad did walk over to the window and look off into the distance. Yes, I do see that. It looks very peculiar. Like, I can only imagine the magical forces that are going on over there. If the lights are this bright and shining off in the distance.
Which Vlad is an expert on light.
Lights in the distance.
By the way, Vlad, I am sad to inform you, it is a cloudy day today.
Yes.
Oh, well, yes. I guess that's why I'm feeling a little down this morning when I woke up. I didn't have the sun shining directly in the eyes.
Vlad, who sleeps comfortably through all the trauma and stuff, this is the one time he's like, it's cloudy. I didn't sleep well.
Accurate.
There must be quite the turmoil, and the creature brings interesting thoughts.
It's a good thing Buns isn't in that room. She'd be like, now I want to go. I know we got to go do this thing, but I want to go make sure that those gods are okay.
It's the boys' room.
And they're contemplating life.
Oh, I got a 17, by the way. 11 plus 6.
Okay. So you make a
Making
really,
breakfast.
you make a delicious meal.
Ham makes a mean omelet.
Best we go get the girls, and I'm sure our resident chef will be ready in moments.
It sounds like
Uh,
a good idea.
So, it's a pretty uneventful morning. I mean, you all kind of gather to have your breakfast.
Does Mace wake up the girls?
After hearing calls from Ham, he does knock on the door.
Breakfast.
Breakfast is ready, you two.
Bring it into us.
He's just like,
And
okay.
He's just kind of taken aback for a second, looks at the door. I suppose.
So well trained.
He's such a good robot.
I
Snuggle, snuggle,
imagine
snuggle.
Buns does the like cat kitten stretch.
Where like stretches the arms forward and then squeezes whatever close to him.
Mm-hmm. Which is Suo. And then just kind of curls right back up against.
So you all have your breakfast or breakfast in bed.
Breakfast. Or breakfast. There we go.
There we go.
It is now about, you slept in a little bit, so it's more like 9 o'clock in the morning-ish now.
That's okay. We can head immediately out.
Yes.
More tea.
And that will be for the party specifically. I'm also specifically making the Heroes Feast breakfast, and I'm just making breakfast for the like innkeeps as well for letting me use their kitchen.
Gotcha. Did you roll for it, or are you just keeping the?
I'm rolling it. Gotta find my D10s. That one and that one. 18.
Hey.
Even
Good job.
better.
You have one
Yeah.
better health than yesterday.
Love it.
Damn.
um, as you all kind of make your way out of the inn, Buns and Suo make a perception.
Fuck.
Okay.
Alright.
22, 24. You
Mhm.
guys 100%
Block it
see
immediately.
you absolutely, as you get outside and you look up to the cloudy morning sky, you see the lights flashing in the distance in the slightly darker clouds.
Damn it! It was a good morning too.
Yeah, we're in a race against time.
That's
Get
Yeah,
into the
let's
small
go.
moments, but we need to get going.
Yeah, let's go.
It's easy enough to make it to the edge of the forest. You can kind of see, so it's not dense sand, but you can see where there's definitely like little bits of sand, and you can kind of see as it gets more sand. There's more sand on the ground the deeper you go into the forest.
More
Mhm.
sandy.
You can see, yeah, you can see that from the edge.
Hmm.
What do you want?
Well,
You can't have it.
I guess all I can do is go in.
I think
I
I,
d- Ham
might
didn't
have
stop.
caught. I think I might have caught a glimpse of it yesterday.
Hmm.
What did Ham do? Sorry.
He just
It
keeps on rolling.
Just kept walking.
You all watch as Ham just like small little Ham just trots in.
Buns just
He's feeling
starts to say
particularly,
something and then
like-
just stops and follows.
chipper because he got to go and use a kitchen
Again.
again.
Twice in a week.
Wow, you guys are so having just some of the best times of your life. That's great.
Uh-huh. Meanwhile, the gods are fighting each other. Yep.
What's
Mhm.
new?
Mace, while walking, kind of tries to pinpoint where he thinks he caught that glimpse the previous day.
It's more like, so it would be more towards the center. Definitely
back.
as if you were making your way into the thicker part of the forest.
Making our way.
All right. Well, at least we're heading in that same direction. And head on a swivel, looking for anything out of the ordinary and expected.
Once we're far enough in that we can't really see the town, Buns is gonna be like, Russell! Russell!
Everybody
I-
can give a perception.
I need to
You
talk
can
to
give
you.
perception with advantage. God damn, Vlad.
And there's no mods on it either, so it's just a flat 20.
Was
For
that,
once, the sun not being in my eyes, I have good perception.
So that you get yours with advantage, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if that was me or not. I just heard somebody did, so I was just like, I'll just roll it.
Hey!
Remember twice?
No.
No.
No. The
A
first one
21
was a
and a
21
24.
altogether, and then the second one was 24. Okay, so Buns, you can kind of see out of the corner of your eye just like a whole, like this larger figure that appears and then disappears every once in a while out of the corner of your eye.
Even while I'm calling
Uh,
for Russell.
Yes.
Okay.
Suo, yours isn't so much a vision as you feel an almost familiar heat that radiates from a certain side of the forest.
A
Vlad.
familiar heat.
Vlad, you, with a nat 20, catch a glimpse of this figure darting behind a tree about 30 to 40 feet away from where you currently are.
After seeing this figure darting from the tree, Vlad did speak up. Hey guys, did you see that over there? It looked like something darted off and hid behind that tree, and he'd point in the general direction that he saw something flicker by.
Russell?
You get no response, but Suo, you can still kind
I'm
of
back.
feel that like that almost familiar warmth coming from that direction.
Familiar how?
Not familiar as in it's the exact same, but familiar in the sense that it's an otherworldly heat.
I want to let you guys know that I just rubbed my eyes after eating spicy Doritos.
That familiar heat, huh?
It almost
Oh.
burns your eyes. It's so familiar.
Oh, Em.
It brings a
You
tear to the
okay?
eye from
I
recollection.
totally picked a clean finger. Apparently, I did not.
Oh,
Oh,
no, are you
Em.
okay?
Yeah, just a little squinty.
I gotcha.
Just thought you guys might enjoy it. Oh
You are correct.
We are enjoying your pain.
it's like the equivalent of when you put like icy hot on a spot.
And then touch
my
something you
eyeball.
should not.
Yep.
That's my eyeball.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna just start venturing in the direction of the familiar warmth, I guess. Where did I squint?
As you all kind of make your way that direction, you
Making
hear
our way
as
downtown.
a voice from behind one of the larger trees tells you to stop. It just commands you to stop.
And
Do I
stops and
feel compelled like when
Not
life told me to
magically.
do something?
No, not magically. Just intimidating. A very like
Oh, please.
hefty, intimidating voice.
Mace will half reach for his mace, like put his hand behind his back to on the handle.
Bunce just kind of holds her hands out so that, you know, it's her gesture of peace. Since she's a spellcaster.
She's just gonna yell out, "That you, Russell."
Hey, Russell, we're not gonna hurt you.
Foxy, I need you to swap scenes to the other
Combat
RP
one.
scene. Nope,
Oh.
regular RP.
Suo is going to say that they've been sent by her mother that she totally knows the actual lake name of.
You totally remember your mom's name, right?
Right.
You totally wrote it down.
Right.
Akane?
Why would you ever forget your mom's name?
Akane.
Also,
Yep.
why is the scene loaded not right? That's weird. There
Taking
it goes.
forever.
It's just taking forever to load.
I was about to say, it just for some reason it like the way it
There it
loaded
is.
was so funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was slow.
Yes.
Pushing the internet capabilities of that singular Ethernet
Akane
port.
is in fact your mom's name.
Mm-hmm. Suo definitely knew that.
Russell, describe yourself as you take a step from behind the tree.
You have to unmute yourself, Russell.
Yeah, I know. I did it. I'm bad at
We're
RP.
getting
It is a tall, like 6-foot-ish, slender, genasi with long horns that seem to like crackle, and I'm bad at describing stuff because I never really thought of a good description of this character. So
I will also post the picture.
You can also just describe the picture.
I did. I'm just bad at describing stuff.
I didn't know he was gonna keep going.
You can tell that he looks like he's almost entirely made of flame. He has this like mixture of animal feature with like human features, and his horns that jut out from his head at the ends, they are almost constantly like producing flame. And that is what you all see.
At the
Hello.
sight, Mace's hand firmly grasps the handle of his mace.
Suo's just gonna be like, "You're a lot bigger than the bird."
Just a little.
Yeah, you're bigger than Pete. He says
Why are
he's
you
sorry
here?
that you're not a bird.
Not a bird currently. Why are you guys here?
We need you to work for us.
We need your help.
With what? And why should I?
Buns is going to sit down right where she was.
I was gonna say Suo would just look at her and be like,
Exposition.
"Do you wanna explain, or should I do it?" Because I did it last time.
Yeah,
That is true.
just go through everything that's going on.
The Cliff Notes version of everything. The war between gods. Life is trying to essentially kill and remake the world. And they're trying to kill Suo's mom. By the way, that's Suo.
Mom's Akane.
Buns
That was the thing that I
is-
found out recently.
Buns is maybe a new god. Ham is also maybe a new god.
I cook.
Vlad is a skeleton in armor.
And a bear.
And also a bear occasionally, but like
RXD.
yeah. With
Where did the bear come from?
the Halloween episode.
The Halloween
Oh,
episode.
okay. I was about to say, where's the lore behind the bear?
There's also Mace. He's a metal man. He was invented kind of by life, but actually by the blacksmith god. Blah 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 blah. Cliff Notes.
Anyway, we need your help to like seal away life or something.
Yeah. There's a crystal here in your forest that has soul ice around it, and you're the only one that can melt it. And we need that crystal so that we can trap the life binder. Because you can't kill life.
Binder.
You can't kill life. Like you can't kill death. But we need to keep her from destroying everything. Please help us.
I'm afraid I can't. No one is allowed to touch that crystal.
Why?
What about you? Are you allowed to?
I'm not gonna find out, but nobody's allowed to touch it.
Why?
Because I was ordered by the one true spirit. It was a direct order.
All
Can
right,
we talk-
knowledge lady. Who is that? And I look over at Buns.
Oh.
Suo, you can make a nature check to see if you understand what they're referring to. Buns, you can make intelligence or religion.
Arcana?
Oh!
Or just straight intelligence check?
We could do Arcana or religion.
I am trained in Arcana. Oh.
Get up.
Okay. Buns, you kind of know a little bit about this. You know the idea that you know of forest spirits in the sense that they're made specifically to protect certain larger forests and keep them the way they are, the way nature intends them to be. You know that they answer to somebody, but you're not really sure who they would answer to. Suo, being a little bit
Pause.
more in tune. Yes.
Before you finish this, just out of curiosity's sake, does Buns feel like that is information she actually knew before, or is this because of her special god powers are starting to kick in?
This is almost a
Low column
It's
A, low
almost-
column B.
well, it's interesting, Buns, because you know this information, but you have no idea where you figured this out from. You cannot recall where, like, how normally you would be like, oh, I read in a book somewhere, or oh, my such and such told me this. You have no recollection of how you know this.
Did
But
we
you
learn
know.
any of this from Holland?
No.
Okay.
You have no recollection of actually where you learned this.
Of
Just that you
actually
know
learning
this.
the information, you just suddenly like. "Why the
She
fuck
just
do I know
blurts
this?"
this information out
Yes, with
and
no
then
idea
sits there
where.
confused.
Yeah. You have almost no idea where you got this information from.
I'm so glad I asked that question. Okay,
Thank
may
you.
continue.
Suo,
Yes.
having a connection with nature and more of the druid side of things, you know that large bodies like this, like Peep and Russell, they protect these places. They are the garden spirits of the forest. You know that they answer to what druidic people, and the spirits of the forest call the one true spirit. This is supposed to be the spirit that maintains order between all of the guardian spirits. So if any guardian spirit was to go out of line, need to be replaced, die of old age, any of this stuff, this is the big boss of spirits that goes in and realigns everything, adjusts everything to the way it's supposed to be, it's meant to be, and then assigns somebody to care for it.
Would I know the name of such being?
No, because nobody, including the guardian spirits of the forest, know the true name of the one true spirit.
It's probably important because true names and all that.
Yeah.
How do we speak to this one true spirit so that we can get permission?
I cannot help you with that.
Do we know if the one true spirit is perceived as male versus female?
They are they have been, in the small amount of information that is actually given about one true spirit, they never appear the same.
Okay.
They always it is just inferred, just because every story describes them differently, that they are ever changing in appearance.
Interesting.
I cannot tell you how you can communicate with the one true spirit. They just seem to appear whenever they are needed.
So what I'm hearing is, if you break the rules and start to melt the ice so that we can get the crystal, the one true spirit can pop up and then we can talk to them then.
I
think if you get
I don't know if this is a ask forgiveness kind of situation. We should probably ask permission.
I think if you get that far and you see the one true spirit, then you have another issue on your hand.
Yeah, probably.
I'm gonna go with that one.
I mean, it worked for Kronos. Maybe if I just
Going against the one true spirit means immediate death.
No, I think Buns is
Hold on. Okay, we're good.
We're
I thought
not.
it stuttered for a second.
We're not thinking of going against it anymore. Glares at Ham.
I mean, we needed to
Yeah.
show up, apparently. This guy is not high enough up on the totem chain.
We are friendly with the gods of this realm. And as he's saying this, Mace is lowering his hand from his mace. And we've called them by name before to show at our side. That was in life's realm, though.
Yeah, but I don't know. It might work. Buns is gonna sit there. She's gonna try it quietly at first. Her face is gonna screw up, like she's concentrating really, really hard, and screaming into her brain for the one true spirit to please come. They need to talk to them. They desperately need to talk to them.
I can help you in whatever capacity I can, but I can't help that much. I'm here to protect what is mine in this realm. And this realm is my home.
The world at large is in turmoil, and if my mother has her way, there might not be this forest or the one true spirit.
Ham is like pushing his fingers into his temples and like thinking real hard.
Buns steps away from everybody and just starts yelling, "Please, one true spirit, we need to talk to you. It's very important. Please come to us."
How do we know you're not the one true spirit? And I point at Russell.
I am supposed to be the new god of knowledge, and I need to talk to you.
Pulling rank now.
Yep.
Let's start with Ham's question real quick.
Okay.
Because Ham asked Russell if he was the one.
If I was the one true spirit, I would have shown up unannounced, but you guys came and found me.
He like squints at you.
Just
As if
glares at
he's
you.
waiting for more.
I mean, in Buns' head, she summoned Russell because she was calling for him.
It seems to work.
Work.
Merely coincidence.
Give me, Buns, give me a Arcana check.
Sure. Okay.
We are in dire need and trying to save this world from her
I'll DM you.
design.
Okay.
From what?
We are in dire need and trying to save this world from her design. She would
Whose
have
design?
she would have the entire god pantheon replaced with yes people.
I don't care about what the gods want. I'm just here to protect this land.
She doesn't care what happens to this land.
It's like, if anything, she's probably going to ruin this land.
She's not going to touch this land. Not if I have anything to say about it.
To have her way, she very much might try.
Then let her try.
Can I try to see if I see that symbol anywhere?
You don't see it anywhere around here.
Buns?
Have you ever met a god before?
Bun
Yes.
starts drawing the symbol, like in the sand.
Russell, you met Demeter once, but only because she came here not to take from the forest, but to inspect it, just as a like, what a strange place for plants.
Give it a health inspection.
More of a curious to see how things work here.
That's just
But
weird thing.
you just made sure that she didn't have any ill will, and then kind of just supervised that she took nothing from the forest, and then she left. That is your one interaction with God, with a God.
Right.
Which he
I do say this out loud. Sorry, Ludo is whining.
yeah, Ludo's having a fit. I don't know.
Ludo's
Oh,
he's a
Ludo.
whiny butt.
Yeah.
That does definitely sound like her. They're all very interesting beings.
As Buns is making this symbol, she's going to push some of her own magic into it. Basically, I'm going to drop a third level into
You get
this symbol.
you get the feeling it glows a little bit, but it's not quite lining up. There's something that it's almost as if your specific magic isn't what's needed for this.
Duo.
What?
Yeah, you need me to cook for you. I got it.
Cooking magic.
Cooking magic.
Cooking.
Might
mama.
want to prepare something, yes. Suo, I need some of your magic into this symbol.
So you kind of nobody really saw as Bun started just like stick in dirt, like
Drawing.
Yeah, I imagine
just thought she
Suo
was
just
pouting.
turning over and being like,
What are you
"Oh,
doing?
okay."
in the sand is a large leaf-shaped pattern. Suo, you also recognize that this leaf-shaped pattern is made up of druidic runes.
Buns is not a druid.
Right. Suo's probably gonna see the druidic runes and be like, "Buns, were you trying to feel druid magic?"
Yes, I need some of your my magic isn't the right kind for this. I don't have the right kind. Would you be willing to help? I think this will do it. Don't ask me how I know, because I don't even know.
Yeah, Suo's gonna go and do, because I'm sure I know I've seen her do something similar where she funnels magic in there.
Upon entering the circle to kind of like put power in it, you suddenly get this very odd feeling, like just being in the circle is connecting with something on another plane almost, that is it's the most in tune with druidic magic that you've ever felt.
Right. Does it feel like proverbial eyeball is now looking at me?
Yeah, it feels very much like whatever is like it's 100% pure druidic magic that you're feeling, and whatever is causing that feeling, they're burning holes into your back. Like they're staring so intently at
She's
you.
like, Suo's probably just gonna kind of go, it's working now.
Ask them if they would come so that we can speak to them, and that it's very important about the fate and future of this world.
Suo's basically to be like verbatim, like, hey, we would like to talk to you because of important reasons for the future of the world.
We
For a
need-
moment, you
Small.
you are all kind of surrounded by silence. The wind stops, any animal noises stop, the trees don't move,
Russell's like, "Ah, fuck."
and then in a moment
Probably.
you all kind of start to feel at the same time as something wraps around your ankles. And slowly you are held in place by vines that are crawling out of the ground. And they slowly just go further up until they stop, and the grapple on you is very intense.
Buns does not fight it.
About 10 feet away from where you all sit, these vines start to slowly grow out of the ground and form a throne made of vines and leaves. And slowly they also start to form a figure, and then that figure slowly becomes flesh. As before you sits a man covered in like almost like leaves and bark on different spots of his skin, and his hair is made of like an ombre of different colored leaves. And he looks at you all and he goes, "How dare you speak to me as if you have any right?"
Buns just bows as best as she can. I'm sorry. Our need is great. May I tell you why we have asked for you to come?
I know why you ask. You and your petty little gods are getting into mischief, and now you expect me to clean up the mess.
We don't expect you to clean anything.
We just
We
there's
are
a
just
crystal. There is a crystal here that we need in order to contain the life binder who wishes to remake this world. And we just seek permission for Russell here, your champion, your guardian of this space, to melt the ice around it so that we might use it. She's not looking at him, and she is still bowed to him.
so that we can clean up the mess that she has wrought.
He reaches out one of his hands and he just kind of does a come hither motion. Suo, you are yanked. Like the vines that are holding you yank you, dragging you to the feet of his throne. And then he like makes them stand you up so that you are face to face with him sitting on the throne. And he tilts his head. You took the oath to be a druid, yes?
Yes.
So you know that your purpose is to maintain nature and balance. Yes?
What I'm trying to do.
And you think that in order to maintain nature and its balance, that you need this crystal. Is that correct?
Correct.
Ham squirms a little bit. The vines are squeezing a little blep out of him.
So I understand that you've learned a great bit about yourself, but at the end of the day, you've made a promise to all of nature and those that protect it. So I will make a deal with you. As one of my druids, I will give you access to the crystal. so that you can do whatever you need to do with my crystal. But should you fail, I will simply rip all druidic magic from you and anyone in your line for the rest of eternity. Anyone that shares blood with you will have no access to nature's gift. Is that a deal you're willing to make?
Buns' eyes get wide.
Suo at this point has been like not vibing well with her first time meeting essentially the patron of her magic. Like, because not only does he already know the situation, but has been like, yeah, it's not my problem, which is just infuriating her.
Uh-oh.
And then he comes up with this, and she just looks at him and is just like, if I fail, there won't be any purpose to my magic anyway.
You see
Yes,
as
I
he
accept
lean-
it. Like,
he leans closer to you, and the leaves on his head start to grow into almost this more feminine feature, and his body shifts to be more feminine. And you see as she leans back in her chair, and she smiles at you. The vines start to retract from all of you and set you free as she stands up. And she
Including
says,
Suo.
yes.
Okay.
And she says, okay, that won't be needed.
she's just gonna like look at her like, what?
Buns just blink, looks at
Him-
Suo, looks at the
him-
spirit.
Gives
It
a
was-
small chuckle.
It was a test of devotion.
Not even. Change is the one constant of nature.
Yeah.
It's
I guess
simple.
you're right.
I know that you don't know the value of the item you ask for.
No.
I do. I also know what will happen if life's ridiculous scheme comes to fruition. I know the severity of it all. I'm aware. But were I to hand you such a valuable item, and you weren't even willing to give up lifetimes and generations of your family's future for it, then how could I trust that you'd actually use it the way it needs to be used? I know that I come off harsh and that I come off intense, but oftentimes, in order to keep things safe and continue maintaining balance and making sure that things happen, nature has to be forced.
Our hand has been forced, or we would not be here.
And I understand that. I'm sorry if I didn't seem like I didn't trust you, but if I'm gonna be fair, I didn't. I don't know the type of people you are. I know the type of person that made a pact with me. But you seem as if you were willing to give up everything in order to do this task, so I will trust you with the item. Under one less intense condition.
Name it.
I need you to take him with you. And she gestures to Russell.
Huh? What?
That was the most genuine. He's just been spaced out, staring off into space. Just...
He's just
Well,
been lottie-dying.
Wait, what?
Don't worry, your forest will be maintained and taken care of. But I need you and your expertise in spirit flame to maintain the crystal. See, the crystal didn't simply get sealed in spirit ice. It seals itself. You cannot simply just remove it from the forest. It will continuously refreeze on you.
One does not separate.
All right.
Then how do we move with it, or how would we use it?
Well, that's simple. It's not rather large. It doesn't have to be large. I can make it a portable size. And in order to use it, you'll take Russell with you, and when you figure out what you need to do with it and how to do it, his job is simple. Thaw the crystal for you so that you may.
This seems like a bit of a strange question, at least for me. Do you happen to know any of a mother's weaknesses?
Much like nature, life is ever changing.
She hasn't always been like this?
No.
The balance
not
between
always-
life and death and nature are purely intertwined.
Mace would echo that no.
Here's the thing. I've not always been like this, and in a way, you all in yourselves have not always been the way you are. It's different when you're connected to the things around you. Life changed, and obviously not for the better. The reason for that I don't know. But if life has the ability to change one direction, there's a chance that it could change a different direction. It just depends on why they changed in the first place.
I would love to redirect her path back to her true purpose rather than this ridiculous, childish desire.
Well, I will allow you the chance. You see, as the one true spirit stands before you, and she goes, "Well, I guess you'll find out why this is a rather important crystal.
If I could.
Yes.
We were told to treat it kind of like a prison. There's not already someone in there, is there?
Not per se.
Per se?
Per se? If we unthaw this crystal, is something going to be released?
I
No.
mean, the crystal itself, I imagine.
She smiles and she looks at Suo and she just says, "The first book you read when learning to become the druid. Before life came what?"
Oh.
Does Suo know the answer to this question? Because
Yes,
Em
Suo
sure as hell
does.
doesn't.
The answer to this question is before life came nature. Because in order for people to live and prosper, they needed a place to live and prosper in.
Okay. So Suo's going to answer nature, obviously.
Obviously.
Because she knew this entire time, right?
Right.
Totally, yeah.
Right.
Right, crikey.
The only place that could reasonably contain life would be where nature comes from. You see as she reaches out and slowly she reaches inside her chest and she pulls out a crystal encased in ice.
Are we getting like the heart of Tahiti?
You are getting the heart of the one true spirit.
Like, that's why I was like, is this what we're doing right now? Is this like, is she gonna turn into a lava monster now?
No.
We wouldn't want the mouse overlords to come after us.
That's right.
I will make sure that this isn't forgotten.
Because you're writing this down.
Of course she is.
I trust you and I believe you. But there are only 2 people in your party allowed to carry this. Those that took the oath. And she reaches out and she extends, offering the crystal to Suo.
Who will take it?
I hope that you're successful.
Who's the other person?
I'm assuming Russell.
Yeah, it'd be
that
Russell.
That would be me.
Yeah.
Just not to add any more pressure. I wouldn't want you to, be over pressured. But if you fail, not only will you, let the world be completely destroyed by life, but if anything happens to that crystal, all spirits and guardians will cease to have power on this plane.
Yeah, that's just all
I mean-
the day's work.
No pressure.
You know,
That tracks.
I'm not a new god or anything. There's just
I
more
give
pressure.
I give her a snack. Here you go.
Buns just starts snack.
Stress eating?
Stress eating. Totally stress eating.
This is not part of the reason why Nugget never lost weight. Certainly not because Ham thinks food is the solution to all problems.
Right now, it's totally the solution to Buns' problems.
You're a funny little group.
We try to be.
Should see us on Tuesday.
Well, I don't suppose you have a heading for us, or could explain what that flashing is over there, because you know a lot.
Yes.
She kind of looks off.
Apparently,
the
your mountain
direction.
got destroyed.
Yeah, it's rather unfortunate.
Who was it that crashed into it?
She turns and she looks. Her body starts to shift again. And she goes more back to that masculine side. Your dragon crashed into my mountain.
Bahamut.
Bahamut.
He made quite the indention into it. It was
Well,
actually
That sounds like him.
I don't think it was intentional on his part.
No, I don't believe it was.
You might be fighting her right now. Is that what's happening up there?
No, life isn't there. I don't know exactly who they're fighting, but whoever they're fighting is matching them.
It's probably the cultists that life has designated to take out everybody.
at least they're matching.
Or the other death?
Well,
There are 3 of yours, I assume, the ones that you call friends, and 3 that are unknown to me.
At least they're
Well.
matching.
but life is not among them, I assume.
No.
She
And
said it
neither is
herself,
this
that-
false death.
She said it herself. She can't do it herself.
We haven't figured out where the false death is being kept. All we know is that we apparently hold the key.
I have my suspicions.
I do too.
You don't know where your false death is being kept.
No.
My
They
guess
also
is,
have a very dangerous recipe.
my guess is on her plane in a secret door that my friend almost opened.
You see a smile kind of grow across his face. Gods are so torturous, so cruel and manipulative sometimes.
You're telling me.
Sometimes.
They send you on they send you on errands and tell you how to fix things and then don't point things out to you.
From what I gather, they couldn't. Not that they wouldn't.
Oh yes, the other
It's a by
side
design
of being
thing.
a god. Secret. So many secrets. You know, I don't have any secrets.
Do you know where the false death is?
Of course I know where the false death is.
I don't think we need to know though. Like,
Oh, you
ideally
don't,
that thing stays trapped, right?
you
think we're
don't
all in
want to know
agreement.
where it is?
I do.
As mentioned, I think I know.
He stands up. The false death has walked with you the entire time.
I swear to fucking God, if we are all just supposed to be the new incarnations of these gods,
What? It's
death.
almost.
What?
False death. So you would remember that false death is not supposed to be a reincarnation of death. False death
well,
is somebody who attempted to
You know what I mean.
overthrow death. Yeah.
This is someone who failed on their own to usurp that throne.
Yes.
I say this as if they actually walk with you, more like their prison walks with you.
And Mace looks at Litinsky.
I look at my necklace.
Looking at all of you.
Looks
I look at Nugget.
confused.
Nugget, how could you?
Sue was just like, that doesn't track.
They walk over to Vlad. You have a key around your neck, yes, and you're made of bone with no reason why.
Yes, I am.
That's because you were cursed to be a forever present prison.
Suo literally goes, damn. I thought my past was going to be messed up.
I guess that makes sense if you're trying to imprison something that exists in one side of the life-death spectrum, balancing it out with a life vessel in some cruel perpetuality is the only way to really do it, huh?
So, what I stopped him from was more of metaphorical than physical.
Yeah. There is no physical place that this traitor to the world is kept. But I imagine, and I can also kind of tell, the cage isn't as strong as it used to be.
How long has this cage existed?
Gosh, are we gonna have to do some math? It's not 10 years, I can tell you that.
The cage was formed the day you were born.
He's saying that to who?
Vlad.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you're not some ancient being. This prison is passed down through every generation, and every generation, the prison gets weaker. Your family may not have been made of bone because they were not the weakest. You, unfortunately, are the weakest prison yet made.
You said you ain't got no nipple.
Sorry, what did you say?
What?
Because I could tell you what I thought you said, but I don't think it's what you actually said.
I was quoting Kevin Hart.
I still don't know what you
He
said.
talks some shit, and basically the whole point is like he's talking shit, and then somebody else in the background's like, "Oh, he said you ain't got no nipples."
Nope,
Yep.
that's what I thought you said. Okay.
But I thought, yep.
So basically, the meme is
Yeah.
No
you got
balls.
burned.
Oh.
Oh,
How do we make it? How do we make you stronger?
Good golly. Well, we'll just add this to the to-do list.
Yeah.
Although it is a nice hint, maybe a direction to head. On the other side of this continent lies a place called Drywood.
Very well.
Drywood. Drywood.
Ham cries a little bit. A little tear falls down. He's like,
Drywood has a specialization. In Drywood, there is a great mage whose entire life's work is sealing things. Their lineage is the ones that sealed this false death in your lineage. If anyone would know how to bind a spirit, a god, or a false god to an object, it would be them.
all right. This very defeated sigh. I guess we'll walk across the continent again. And he starts packing up and tying things tighter to Nugget. I've got enough meat for 5 days. We gotta stop by the shop again.
It's not a portal, but you can take the dock. There's a dock town slightly off from Yef that can take you across the Midnight Expanse.
Oh, that cuts out like 3 days of travel. Nice.
It'll put us in Demore?
It will take you either to Demore, or you could cut straight across. There's a port town next to another small town on the other side of the Midnight Expanse.
Okay.
We do have things to pick up, so
I mean,
might be advantageous.
Drywood. This is kind of important.
I think we just stop for food at the port towns.
Yeah.
Thank you again.
I'm sorry to have summoned you.
It was gonna happen eventually. Interestingly enough, you knew the symbol.
I don't know how I knew it.
Well, there's only one who holds the knowledge.
Denier. I didn't. Bunch just kind of sighs and looks really defeated. I don't think there's a way to get him back, you guys. Not that I'm not going to try.
Hey, you owe it to yourself to try. Either way, I think we should get going. Like we know, time is not our friend at the moment. Well, I mean, he is, but you know what I mean. It's the saying. And we're heading in the direction where things are exploding, so we should move quickly.
Yeah.
The one true spirit reaches up and puts their bark-covered hand on the chin of Vlad's mask, and he looks almost through your mask directly at you, Vlad. And he tilts his head. She whispers to you already.
Yes, it is faint, but not often.
I worry that you don't have much time.
Can
Are
this
you ready
mage?
for what happens if she breaks free?
I don't know that I have the strength or the knowledge yet. This whole becoming a god thing is like not even a week old.
He holds his hand up at you as a gesture of for you to hold. And he continues to look at Vlad. Are you ready for what happens if she breaks free?
Yes, I am ready for anything. I will do whatever it takes to keep her from breaking free, if that is at all possible.
And we
Whatever
are
it
here to back
takes.
him up.
There is one solution. But I think you've already been given a hint that you need, Vlad. You get the idea she is referring to the choice you were told about.
Ah,
in
yes.
secret.
Yes, that's what I thought she was hinting towards. I was trying to remember.
Keep that choice in mind. The difference between thousands upon thousands of people possibly dying or not. Enjoy your trip.
Yeah.
Anyway, be careful with my heart.
We will.
Insert random romance song here.
They walk over to Russell and they look at him. Your forest will be safe. Try not to set anything on fire while you're gone. People outside the forest don't care for that.
I'll try. I don't make any promises though.
I think
Alright.
you do, though. Didn't you make a promise
Just
to get this job?
gives them a grin.
Uh,
All right. I'm all packed up. Wait a second.
wait a second.
Have you not killed enough on your way over here?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I can still cook enough for all of you guys.
If it makes you feel any better, this one doesn't. This one self-sustains. She
I
kind
mean,
of
so
gives
does those two. I
Russell
still
a-
cook them food.
She gives Russell a tap on the shoulder. Good job.
So do those two.
Thanks.
I'm
Buns
still trying
will-
to find something he can eat, and I point at Mace.
Buns hops over to Russell and the one true spirit. Hi, I'm Buns.
Yeah.
She's just looking up at Russell.
He kneels down, looks at
Way
Buns,
up.
and just says, "I'm Russell. Nice to meet you."
To meet you. Welcome to the party.
Back to town.
We are quite the motley crew.
Yeah. I like fire too, though. She just grinned.
Suo
The-
is having when Mace says we're quite the motley crew, right? Suo just kind of has a moment where she's just like thinking about her time before times.
The
Of
before.
just, like,
Before time.
Before time.
right. Of just like before
Simple
she met
druid life in the
everyone.
woods.
Right. Basically, just like
Yeah.
I remember when Ham used to think he was 10 years old.
I remember when Buns just wanted to find her old spell book.
This is how you find out what happens when you fuck around with gods.
Yeah, we finding out.
What?
There's
Speaking
one
of
tip when
finding
dealing
Around
with
out-
with
gods.
nobody.
Speaking of finding out,
Finding out.
as
find
you all
out
are
next time.
preparing to leave, the one true spirit turns, and Suo, you kind of glance over your shoulder, and for a second you make eye contact with them, and they smile, and you hear a voice in your head, their voice, as it whispers a secret to you.
Oh, jeez.
Whispers. You know, these. If we had a sponsor, these whispers could be sponsored.
Oh.
Like
That would be
reading
so
that out
awesome.
right now.
I could be reading out, a whole little ad for our sponsor.
What? Who should be our sponsor? I think it should be Taco Bell.
Yeah, that would be kind of awesome.
Taco Bell would be a pretty dope sponsor.
You know what? You know who else would be a pretty dope sponsor, at least to me? Joanne Fabrics.
Hell yeah.
Quiet
Not,
you.
not the sneeze laugh.
Quiet you.
You know who would be my best sponsor? Micro Center.
Oh. Hell
Oh.
yeah.
Yes.
It just gives us all
Wow,
computer
sense your
equipment to stream
secret.
with.
Right. Yagoki and I would make the drive to Micro Center.
Well, Micro Center would probably just deliver to you.
Like, we would make a drive up there to film a commercial spot for it.
Uh,
Suo definitely looks a little pale.
as you kind of blink, in the moment where you blink, everything in that space has returned to normal. There's no symbol on the ground, no throne, and no vines, just sand.
Buns actually goes and double checks the symbol. She was planning on smoothing it out.
Completely gone.
Okay.
I think he was just gonna leave it there.
Yeah, no, she was not. She has too much respect for nature.
As you should.
That's why she was bowing and trying to be respectful.
Oh yeah, Mace doesn't give two shits.
I guess we should go.
As a ranger whose lawful neutral creed basically revolves around the food chain, I got a little bit of respect for nature.
Yeah.
Suo, you said that you were
A little
you said
pale.
you were a little pale. Is it noticeably? Does anybody else notice?
I don't know.
Like how noticeable is this?
Does
for you?
anybody else notice?
I'll roll
Does
insight
I'll notice.
versus
wanna
your.
roll-
Are you trying to hide it?
I'll roll an insider
if it's-
perception.
I would say it would probably be more of like a perception, just like a. Do you notice the skin that her? It's like
Maybe.
I haven't rolled at all. I'll roll.
Let's see.
Oh, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
I think I get plus for perceptions. I get plus 9.
I'll
so
have
it'll
to
be
change
a
that.
dirty 20.
straight up looks like a muppet.
Muppet.
Perception. Oh, that's a 21 for me.
So for future rolls, if you pull up your character sheet, you can actually click perception and it'll roll.
With all bonuses.
Oh, I see. That was a 7 though, so I'm not counting that.
But you can also pull it up in the
Ah,
Foundry.
gotcha.
So at the top where the tabs are, it's the fourth tab over, the little like guy looking, the guy.
It's
Sorry,
the
for
third
you
one
it's the
over.
third,
It's third.
and then players,
Third tab.
and then you'll click your player,
I
and
see.
then you can like hit things in there, and it'll roll it for you.
Ooh. I still like my
Mhm.
14 better, so that's a 21.
You can keep you can keep your 21. I'm just saying for
I know.
Yeah.
I'd say if you're not trying to hide it, anything probably over 10, you'll notice that Suo is a little shaken up. I
Bunzel.
think we're still waiting on. Did Ham percept?
Percept.
It was like 17 or something, I think.
Ham?
Hmm?
Did you percept?
Yeah, rolled it on dirty 20.
30-20.
Okay. So anything over 10.
Okay.
Vlad, were you percepting?
Percepting.
Oh yeah, I thought I clicked. I guess I didn't.
Were you percepting? That's
you
the verbiage we're using.
Always be percepting.
Were you perceiving?
Are you being perceptive?
Yeah,
Eh,
ish.
Yep.
We all
So
are.
you all notice that Suo looks off.
Bunzel will go over, just reach up and take her hand.
Mace
She very
will.
specifically will look shooketh.
Mace
Something
will,
the matter?
walk by, just give a hearty pat on the shoulder before keeping walking.
She's just gonna squeeze Bun's hand and keep walking.
If you need to talk about whatever is going on, I'll listen.
And with that nervous chuckle, we'll end today's session of Awooters Does D&D.
Not ominous at all.
We
Nope,
love
Nope.
ending on a nervous chuckle.
You do. Or a cliffhanger, or a, oh dear gods, now what?
Oh, and I did figure out how to do 10 hit points on the new character sheet.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. So with that, we will ask the standard. Did everybody have a good time?
You.
Yeah.
Yas.
Yeah.
And everybody welcome the new kind of temporary member of the group that doesn't actually have a name technically.
The Inevitable Expense 3.
Yes.
The God crew at this point. Jesus.
Yep.
God crew chilling in a hot tub.
Menagerie of God's fools.
I mean, at one point, I was going to put the idea out there that we're the Awakeners, but jeez.
Some of us are the awakened.
The Woke Crew.
The woke crew.
Not the
God.
woke crew. Oh no. Gosh, now I've completely lost where I was going with this. Quick announcement. Next Sunday there won't be a Wooters Does D&D because myself, Ham, and Russell are all going to be out of town because they are doing some construction on our bathroom, and we decided to just go and have a mini vacation while they were doing construction on the bathroom. So we won't.
Are you gonna
be
go see
here.
Em again?
No,
we're going in the other direction.
The other direction to visit Ham's family and then just spend some time in the city.
Ham's fam.
Ham
The Ham fam. So we'll be out of town and we won't be back until Wednesday, where you should be able to see me again on Little Guy Wednesday.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of where people can see you, where is that?
You can
Atlas?
find me at twitch.tv/Russell Hubbard.
Oh shit, that's me. You can also see me at twitch.tv/Russell Hobbert, where I haven't streamed in I'm gonna stream again soon. It's gonna be the entire Dark Souls series.
Good luck.
Wow. But you can actually find me at twitch.tv/AtlasRiven. But where can we find Ham, who also won't be here next Sunday?
You can find me at _Faksii on Twitch and on all of the various Discords. If you want a meme, I got a meme.
And Vlad, false death is trapped inside you, but life is trapped inside Husky. Husky, where can people find you?
People can find me usually staring up at the sun, and if I'm not staring at the sun, I'm staring at the Awooters Discord, thinking it's close enough to the sun, so I'll keep looking at that. And if I'm not there, I'm usually staring at Twitch chats, for the Wooter stream team.
Nice. And directly next to Vlad, Sua, where can people find you on the interwebs?
You can find me at twitch.tv/Emredfeather playing some spooky games or RPGs or doing some arts. You can also find me on TikTok, Instagram, also at Emredfeather. May or may not have a 91 at the end. I don't remember. And I post all the time. Side eyes. I'm actually getting a lot better at TikTok. I've been having them scheduled every other day, so
Yeah.
I'm pretty proud of myself for that.
I've been enjoying
Yes.
them too.
Yes,
I'm
I've
glad.
also been liking them.
Yeah.
And are you ready for this? We're about to bring back an old meme with this one. Russell's about to replay the entire Dark Souls series, and that's pretty similar to a certain other game that a certain somebody likes to fall off cliffs and die. Yagoki, where can people find you on the internet?
You could find me being shot by Ryder while playing Helldivers 2 with him every now and again. Over on my Twitch channel, Yagoki Wolf. I did recently get into Helldivers 2. Actually, recently, yesterday. That was hilarious. That was awesome, and had a good time with it. So it's gonna be definitely playing some more of that here in the near future. And then also on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Same name. Same place.
Very nice, very nice. And looking for cliffs to push and or not push Yagoki off of. Buns, where can we find you on the internet?
Not until I have a life insurance policy out on him. I mean, what?
Priorities.
Sometimes you can find me on Yagoki's streams. I've just had something thrown at me.
What's
It
on a
does
roll
look the other
stream?
way.
It does sometimes. Throwing things at him. Here next month, I'm hopefully gonna be streaming again more
Yay!
because
Yay!
somebody has a job now, and I'll have time without him yelling behind me.
Oh
What?
my goodness.
The
Right?
yelling makes everything better.
No.
You can
God, I
just you
can't.
can silence the yelling.
Yes.
Gosh, I sure hope
There are
Yagoki
tools
succeeds
for
at
that.
his job of hiding behind trees and not scaring merchants.
I'm so glad that our party has become less intimidating.
Yeah, we're so much less intimidating with Russell.
Certainly not a pack of demons running across the countryside.
You either die heroes or you live long enough to become
God
fucking
people.
Demons.
comedic.
God.
People. Yeah.
Yeah.
I very much appreciate when you guys were like, God, these normal people, let's not intimidate them with our tiny cannibal guy, our bunny,
You can't tell I'm a cannibal by
our
looking at me. And it's not cannibalism when I eat humans, because I'm not a human.
our grown tiefling lady who also has a flaming fox mask on her head, a giant man in giant armor, and another giant metal man who tries to hide behind a tree.
Right.
Yeah, we're totally normal people.
I was like, what do you mean? Completely not intimidating.
And now introducing your flaming half animal, half man companion, who's constantly on fire.
I feel like I'm the most normal.
No.
At least I'm hot.
At least I'm hot.
You're hot, but I'm
Nope.
cute.
I would say that's not true. Suo is also attractive, but we've seen Suo try to interact with romantic interests. Anyway, we're gonna find somebody to raid. There's currently nobody on the team live, but our good friend Selkie is live, so let's raid them as they're doing some art.
Kobe, they're doing their super belated birthday stream. So go ahead and shoot them a happy birthday when you pop over there.
Heck yeah!
Art.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us. We'll see you next time when I definitely don't do anything traumatic. Hey, you guys had 3 good nights of rest. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Remember that.
Yeah, you enjoy that 3 nights of rest. You might get more. Boats are fun. See you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
Okay,